Welcome to a series that I am hoping to bring to my channel, which is bullet journaling. I've really gotten into bullet journaling over this last year, especially because we've been spending a lot of time inside, and I am a person who loves to be organized and colorful, and I do not feel like spending lots of money on new planners every semester, so that's why I really got into bullet journaling. I've only really ever done one bullet journal before, and it was for this past semester. It was very rough, and I'm definitely nowhere near a pro of bullet journaling, but it's something that I'm really into, and I wanted to show you my January spread for the year of 2021. I don't know why, but I chose a moon theme, like kind of like a spacey theme for my setup this month. I've never really done like a monthly setup before. This is kind of my first time giving it a go, and I wanted to bring you guys along with me. I guess I really just was drawn to the idea of moons because the cycles of the moons, you just always get to keep restarting, and I feel like that's what we need for this new year. We need a fresh start. We need some new beginnings. I don't know, I'm doing a bad job of explaining this. So that's kind of what drew me to it. It was subconscious. I kind of just started going with it and thought it would be a cool design. As I was doing the cycles of the moon, like obviously you can see I am not very artistic at all. I'm literally using random colored pencils and like some pens, and none of them are very nice. But I just was giving it a go, and as I kept going through it, I was really enjoying the experience and like testing out new ways to make it look better. It obviously does not look its best, and I'll probably go back through it throughout the rest of the semester and fix it up or make it look neater or try and do something more cool to it, because that's a cycle that I've been going through recently, is just going back through my bullet journal spreads that I've already made and fixing them up or making them darker or making them more clean or something like that. So here's me just writing all of the different cycles of the moon down. I forgot to mention that this is my bullet journal for my content creation. It's not a bullet journal that's set up for my school, because I already have a bullet journal set up for that I wanted to finish out, that I started last year. So this one I'm creating for like my content tracking and creation and ideas. As you can see, I put a bunch of stars down with yellow because, I don't know, I was really feeling the star vibe. And I feel like it's really simple, and I could do that very simply with no mess ups. Moving on to the next section, I kind of just did like a January outline of the month that I can look back on. I put snowflakes here because, you know, snowflakes, stars, what's the difference? I don't know. I was feeling like wintry but also spacey, so I kind of just combined my snowflakes with my star theme, with my galaxy theme, if that's what you would call it. This next page was like the setup for the month of January, for like where I'm going to write what I need to do. I used my grid spacing cheat sheet that I made for the beginning setup of 2021, which is just like a spacing sheet that shows you how far down or how many spaces you need to count to create little spreads like this one. So this one was in thirds because I did a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is what the month starts on. And so then I followed that grid for the rest of the time that I was creating these spreads throughout the month of January. I don't show you me doing the rest of January because I just figured it was very repetitive of me to show you the same exact spread 4 different times because of the 4 weeks. So I just showed you this first page, which is the first 3 days of January, and just know that the rest of the month looks like this, and you'll see that at the very end of the flip through. I just did it without filming because I figured it was a waste of time. Not a waste of time, but not something that everyone wants to see, since you can see it here. This next part is my habits page. Very similar little boxes to the monthly setup, but since this is my content journal, I decided to do different kinds of habit trackers. So I did like a days worked tracker. This could be like for working days for my actual part-time job or for doing creation. I did a creativity flow, which is just like the days that I'm feeling really creative, just because I want to see like how many days I get creative flow out of that. I did a workout one and a sweet list one just because I had extra space that I needed to fill. I don't really have a big place for that per month in my other bullet journal, so I just decided to give it an extra little space right here so that I can come back to that and it'll bring me back every day to check off or to mark off. And then I just filled in these bubble letters. I used this washi tape. It's not really matching my theme, but it was blue and I feel like I felt wintry and I thought that was the best one to match because the rest of them weren't really star-like or anything, but that's okay. So right around here is where my lighting starts to get really bad because I filmed this kind of like from the middle of the day towards the evening, and so I had to turn on my lights halfway through because the sun was setting. But basically on this next page, it's my January content log. This is just where I'm going to write down the type of content and the date that I posted it, because I want to keep a log of how much I post in a month or like what kinds of content I'm posting in the month, just for me, like just to keep a fun tracker of it. I split it up into YouTube and Instagram because those are really the main places that I post. On this next page, I just did content ideas, a very simple spread, literally just a title, just so I can come back and just write down all of my ideas that I have for the month of January and like what I can film or what I can post. On the next page, I decided to pick a quote from Walt Disney, and it says, "If you can dream it, you can do it." And I just decided to like stick with the spacey theme and draw a bunch of different little planets and with like cute little smiley faces on them, as you'll see when I do it, just because I wanted to keep it bright, keep it fun, keep it simple, and not super like structured. This spread, I got the idea from Pinterest, which is like where I get a lot of my spread ideas from. The last few, like this whole month, I kind of came up with on my own, but this quote page is from Pinterest, or it was like an idea from Pinterest that I kind of stole. And I kind of do that with a lot of my monthly spreads or my spreads in general, but I feel like I'm trying to be more original right now, and this one is original, my January one, so that's why I wanted to film it for you. So I went back through on my own time and did some more like dots and stars and whatever, tried to make it look a little bit better, but this is the flip through. I'm kind of really happy with how it came out. I'm not thinking that I'm gonna need all of the pages that I created for my monthly setup, like the pages of each daily activity, because I think that when I'm filming, it'll be more casual and I won't need it as structured, but I'm happy with how it came out and I hope that I can make this a new series for you guys. Let me know if you want more of these bullet journal videos because I would totally be willing to do them and I really want to get better and I really enjoy it. So I hope you guys do too.